Hello friends. In the previous lecture, we saw how key closures help the user to navigate effectively across the entire range of audio files. But at the time, we did not actually use keys, we simulated keys. I wanted to demonstrate to you that there are situations when hardware may not be available to you and you may have to simulate things. So in the previous lecture, you have understood how to go about simulating and you have verified the movement of the user choice across the entire 333 files. Today, we are going to actually use the keys. They are wired and you can use those keys. I'm going to focus only on four keys. Key number one is accept key. Key number two is next key. Key number three is previous key. And key number four is the up key. So we have key number one accept, key number two next, key number three previous, and key number four is up. These are the four keys we are going to use. Just in the previous lecture, we have simulated these four keys. This time we are going to actually use those keys. But to do that, we need to do some programming. So certain steps have been added in our program. We have already seen this file, the STM8SIT, IT stands for interrupt, tutorial.c. We have used the interrupt caused by the keys and by the serial communication. So we are adding certain things in this work. For example, here, you can see the interrupt handler, external interrupt for port C, IRQ handler number 5. Here we have 5 keys. They are connected to PC3, PC4, PC5, PC6 and PC7. These are the 5 keys, and out of these 5 keys I am going to show you the working of this key connected to PC3, key number 2, then this key number 3, which is previous, this is next, this is previous, and this is up, key number 4. Here 2, 3 and 4, they are connected to the port C, and there is one key on the port D, key equal to 1, this is accept key, as I mentioned, shown you on the previous page. And I have put breakpoints, so when the key is pressed, because you are not going to be able to see the board, so as soon as a particular key is pressed, due to interrupt action, the control will come to the key under the interrupt service subroutine, and because of the breakpoint, it will stop there and you will be able to see which key has been pressed. And subsequently you will see here in the debug area, you will be able to see what action has taken place, and then you can verify whether that is precisely the action you expected, right? So let us go and reset the program, then let us run it. I will explain certain other things later. So let us first see the working. Now I am going to press the first key equal to 1. So key equal to 1, it should stop at key equal to 1. See, it has stopped at key equal to 1. What it will do? It will accept. What it will accept? The location or level is 1, that we have seen what level 1 stands for. Level 1 means possibilities of selecting subjects. Level 2 means possibility of selecting lessons under a selected subject. And level number 3 means the possibility of selecting exercises of the selected lesson of the selected subject. Right? So what we have done is, by pressing the key, it has stopped here because it is a breakpoint, and the action will happen only when we run it. So I run it and then I will stop so that you will know what has changed. I have run it. Now I am going to stop it, and so something will happen to these numbers. We will verify whether whatever is happening is right or not. So you can see it was 1, now it has become 2, and level was 1, level has become 2. Subject, lesson or exercise, they have not changed. What is this location 2 and what is the level 2? Let us go and see this. Level 2 is this, and location 2, this is the address, that is location address. This was 1, now it has become 2 because we have accepted subject 1. So when we were at subject 1, we press the accept key, and therefore subject 1 has been accepted, and therefore you automatically go to the first lesson of subject 1, and the address of that is 2, right? If I accept this, then that is by pressing this key, if I accept it, then I will move to level 3, and I will go to exercise number 1 under lesson 1 under subject 1, right? Let us see that. So I go back to the program and I run the program and I press the accept key once again. So once again, key 1, that is the accept key, has been pressed, and what should happen? This location 2 should change and this level 2 should change. Let us see what is happening. Let us run it and let us stop it. So you find that location has become 3 and level has also become 3. So as I said, we have come to level 3, and location 3, address is 3, that is the location, and the level is 3. So this is precisely the way we wanted things to happen. Now let us check other keys also. Now you are at where you are at subject 1, fine. You cannot change subject because you are at level 3. You cannot change lesson because you are at level 3. You can change exercise because at level 3 only exercise can be changed. This is level 3 and only exercises can be changed. You can go forward, you can go backwards, or you may finally decide to move up, that is from level 3 you may go to level 2 to select the subject. Done? So let us go and see. This time I am going to press the next key so that I will move from existing exercise to the next exercise, because I am at level 3 only exercises can be changed. So when I press the next key, I will go from exercise 1 to exercise 2 and so on as I keep pressing these keys. Similarly, if I press this key, then I will move upwards, that is, from if I am at exercise 6, I will go to 5, exercise 5 and so on. So let us go to the program and check it. So let me run it. Right now what you see, location is 3 and level is 3 and subject, lesson, exercise, they are all at 1 and address is 3. So let me run it. This time I am going to press the key 2. I am pressing the key 2. Let us see where it's, see, it has, this arrow is here, means this breakpoint has become activated, it has turned yellow. So key is 2. So what we expect to things to happen, exercise will change to 2. Let us see. And let us stop. So exercise has become 2 and address of exercise 2 is 4, that we can verify. Exercise 2 address is 4, right? You can see here. Yeah. So now we can go few steps and then go back. Let us do that. Now I am going to run it again, and this time I will press the same key, that is the key number 2, and see what happens. It has again come to key number 2. Here exercise is 2, it should become 3. Let me stop it and see. It has become 3 and its address is 5, so you get address 5. So this is how you have moved forward by pressing key number 2. If I press key number 3, then I will go back. From 3, I will go back to exercise 2. I am at level 3, therefore I can only change the exercise, not the lesson, not the subject, right? So let me move again. This time I am pressing the back key, previous key. So I have pressed the key. Let us see. It should be at 3. It is at 3. So it will go back in the previous level. It means if I continue to run it, then this exercise will become 2. Let me do that. I have to move forward. So I move forward. Forward means the program control should move forward. And I will stop. So from exercise 3, I have come to exercise 2. Right? This time, if I press the key up, then I will move from level 3 to level 2. And at level 2, what I can change? I can change the lesson. I cannot change subject. I cannot change exercise. I can only change lesson. But as soon as I go to lesson, change the lesson, this exercise will also become 1 because I am changing the subject itself. So it should start with first lesson of the subject, changed subject. So I am running here, and now I press the up key. Up key means number is 4. Let us see where it stops. This is 4, key equal to 4, up key. So it has stopped here because of the breakpoint. Otherwise it would have moved forward and taken the action. And what action it would have taken? The same action as we have seen in the previous lecture. So the navigate subroutine, this is the navigate subroutine. You would have seen this. So I'm just trying this navigate. Okay. So I finished. I don't want to do that. Now I make it move forward. This, and I stop because it has taken action. Hopefully, yes. So from level 3 we have gone to level 2 because we used up key number 4. As I told you, because I had changed the subject, because I am going into the subject zone, therefore exercise will also become 1. And now I am in a position to change the subject. So to change the subject, what I can do? Sorry, not change the subject, change the lesson. Lesson was 1. So at level 2 we can only change the lesson. So I am going to change the lesson, make it 2. I really want to go to subject lesson number 3 on subject number 1. Let us do that. So I will press key number 2. I have pressed key number 2. It has stopped at key number 2 because of the breakpoint. And so let us go beyond the breakpoint and press this. It has taken the action, hopefully, and so let us stop and see what it has done. I stop and I see that I got lesson number 2. Subject number 1, lesson number 2, address is 13. Let us verify that. Subject number 1, lesson number 2, address is 13, right? Is 13. So what address I got? 13. Perfect. So we have seen how to move up and down. Let us go further up to level 1, and at level 1 I can change the subject. Right now I am at subject 1. We will change it to subject 2, etc. So let me run it. And now I press the key up which is key number 4. So level will move from 2 to 1. You can see key is 4, up key, and so if I allow it to execute its intended function, so I must make it continue, and I will stop it to see what it has eventually done. So level has become 1, from 2 it has become 1, subject is 1, and therefore the address is 1, and now I have come to level 1, so I can change the subject. So to change the subject, what do? I press the next key, I run it, and I press the next key, so that next is 2, and this will change the subject from 1 to 2. I allowed it to run, then I am stopping to see what has happened, and I find that it is 2. Subject is 2 and location is 112. Let us check. Subject is 2 and location is the file address 112 is the file address. This is precisely what we got here. Lesson location subject location, that is the address, is 112, subject is 2 and lesson is 1, right? And we are at level 1. If I accept this, then what happens? Then I get to level 2. So I run it, I accept it, that is key number 1, and I let it, the key closure, take its intended action and see what has happened. Stop to see. I have gone from level 1 to level 2 and the location has become 113. Let us verify that. Subject 2, lesson 1, location is, that is file address is 113 and level is 2. Let us check. Level is 2, subject is 2 and address is 113 as we have seen just now. Now I will go to level 3. Or do you want to change the subject? Let us change the, not subject, let us change the lesson from 1 to 3. So run it, press the next key, which is key 2, and let it take its action, and let us stop to see what action it has taken. So it has gone to 124, lesson was 2, lesson was 1, it has become 2, subject was 2, it has remained 2. So let us verify that lesson 2 has this address. We are at level 2. So subject 2, lesson 2, address is 124. That is precisely what we have got. Location means address is 124 and lesson is 2, subject is 2. Once again I go to accept this, lesson 2. To accept, I press key 1. I am pressing key 1. It has stopped at key 1, so it means it has correctly reached the location. Then I let this key take its action. Level should become 3. Stop it to see. Level has become 3 and location is 125, which is the address of exercise 1, because in level 3 you only see exercises. So let us go, and in list subject number 2 we have lesson number 2 and exercise number 1, and address of this exercise is 125. So the address is 125. So friends, this is how we navigate, and what we have done, let us understand that also. What I have added, that I will show you. First I will show you in this program. In this program we check individual keys. We know where the keys are connected. This is PD3. How? This is PD and this is PD0, PD1, PD2 and PD3. So if this action, if suppose PD3 is 0 and I AND it with 1, then the result will be 0, and it would indicate that key has been pressed. So if this AND is false, then this negation will make it true, and therefore this action will happen, right? And so it goes like this. Then I say that I want to disable interrupt. After getting an interrupt, I declare that I am going to disable the interrupt, and I will enable it when the action has been taken. Action has been taken, and some delay has also been introduced because of the debounce phenomenon. You remember I discussed the debounce phenomenon of the keys. So to get out of that debounce phenomenon, what we had done is we had first disabled the interrupt. Then let us go back to main. Here, if the key is pressed, means this value becomes anything other than 0. If that happens, it can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, any value. It is non-zero, so it will enter here. It will do the navigation that we have seen in the previous lecture. Then it gives delay. Then it makes the key equal to 0, and thereafter it enables the interrupts. You have disabled it. Now it is going to enable those interrupts. So after the delay it is happening, therefore if the key is pressed again, then only it is going to take any action at all. So what we have done is we have added this delay here. We have made the key 0, but we had done it earlier also. Here is what we had done. We have enabled. We had disabled here. We had disabled the interrupts. This has disabled PD interrupt, and this has disabled PC interrupt. That is what we had done. So check the key and assign the value to KEY key, and then disable the interrupt. This we did in the interrupt service routine. And in the main, what we have done? In the main, what we have done? We had done navigate, which we have seen earlier. Let us have a look at this. So if key, this you have seen in the previous lecture. So it calculates the address of the selected lesson, selected subject, and selected exercise. So it finds the cumulative address, and next time what we will do, we will actually reach this address and hear what the MP3 player has to say, right? So the only thing which I added is in this, I added this. Navigate was already there, key equal to 0 was already there. I added delay, and I had enabled the interrupts which were disabled. Now here I have not changed anything, and this, okay. I have added what? These two I am going to add. I have just given their names because having reached, calculated the address, we must send information to the MP3 module so that it starts playing the selected address. So we have to compose that string which we have to send, the 10-byte string that we saw in the previous lecture, and then send that string also. So I have not built these two functions, but I have just given the names because this is the pointer to the next lecture. Then what else is there? Here I have written this, but there is nothing inside it. I change the delay. Now the delay is a fixed quantity. It should be enough, and it is at 2 levels. You can read what this is like. So D goes from 0 to FFFF, which is 65,535. Every time it increments, when it goes from 0 to 1 or from 1 to 2, etc., it comes here. And it moves D1 from 0 to less than 8, that is up to 7, and it remains here. Then this D is incremented, then once again it goes here. Like this, it performs this operation 65,535 times. So whatever delay is created by this, that delay is multiplied by 65,000 plus figure that comes, which is FFFF in the hex. So this is the change, another change. The delay I have changed. Earlier it was a variable delay which we could change easily. Here it is not variable delay. Now another thing that I have done is, previously we had interrupts only on PD2, PD3. Now we have interrupts on PC also, and in PD, yes. So we have all the input pins, all the 7 pins uh, have been made interrupt capable. So PC, you remember PC CR2. CR2 helps us make an input pin generate an interrupt. That is what we had done. This CR1 to give pull up, and yes. So line number 71 to 74, this is for something else, because things have changed a lot. So you forget this. The certain line numbers have been changed to handle 5 keys connected to port C, and this is what we had done. So this is one, no change in UART, and I had to create a program. We will work together and create this program and this program, so that the calculated value of address can be accessed, so that the module can play that file and you can hear it on the earphones. Let me see what else is left. No, not this. Yeah. So let us run it now for the final time, and without any breakpoints. So how will you know what has happened? When we run without any breakpoint, then it will run at full speed, and we will have to stop it to see what has happened after we press the keys. Okay. So let me, it is already stopped, so I remove all the breakpoints. See what is written under the pointer, under the cursor: remove all breakpoints, Control plus Shift plus F9. So I'm just clicking it here to remove all breakpoints, and these red symbols, they will disappear. So they are gone from C, they have gone from port D interrupts also, nothing. So I can now run it. Right now, see what you have got here: 125.22103. You are at level 3. Now, because you are at level 3, you can only change exercise number. You can increment this number or you can decrement this number. The range is from 1 to 10. Let us do that. So what I will do is, I will press the increment keys and decrement keys and see what happens. Now I am pressing the increment key. Something must have happened. Let me see what has happened. So let us stop it. So exercise was 1, it has become 2. This address was 125, it has become 126. Wonderful. So 125 to it has become 126 because I pressed the next key. Now let us go to level 2 and change the lesson. To go to level 2, I have to press key number 4. See, last time we had put breakpoints, therefore whenever I press the key, it stopped at the breakpoint. Now breakpoints have been removed completely, so it will take its own action, which it must have taken already. Let us stop and see what action it has taken. So from level 3 it has gone to level 2. Exercise automatically becomes 1. Whatever it was must turn into 1, and location has changed to 124. What is that? Location 124 is, we have come to level 2, and therefore to lesson 2, the address of lesson 2 is 124. Yeah. So far it is going the expected way. Now I will go to level 1 and change the subject and then I will stop. I run, press key number 4 and stop. So level has become 1, address has become 112, subject is 2 and lesson is 1. Let us see what is happening. Subject 2, address is 112, that is precisely what you wanted. So it will declare subject to English or something like that. That is a short file that will be played at address 112. And then I will change the subject. I want to change the subject from 2 to 3 and then I will call it off. I run and I go to the next. I am at level 1, so I can only change the subject. So I press key 2 and I stop, and I find that subject has become 3. I remain at level 1 and location has become 223. So let us see that. 223, subject 3. So a short file will be played. That file will say subject 3 social science or whatever it is. Just that much, nothing more, nothing less. So this is how it works. So friends, if you have any difficulty, you may contact me or you may go through the program. It is always with you, this recording. So you can always play it, and even after playing it, if you have any difficulty, you may get back to me. So next time we will see how the selected address is reached by sending 10 byte string to MP3 module, right? So that's it. Thank you very much.